Lesson 5, the distributive property. Well, if you've never seen the distributive property before, let me explain it using numbers. So here we go. First of all, we are taught to multiply a number like 14 times 3 in elementary school as follows. We take the 3 and we multiply it by the 4, and so we get 12. That's the first line. Then we're taught to add a 0 because we'll be working with the tens digit soon. And then we go 3 times 1 is 3. We know that really is 30. So we're then taught to just simply add these two values together, 42. That's how it's done, unless you're using a calculator. But there's another way to add them, a way that is really helpful, not to get the answer quickly, but to understand the distributive property. Here's how we do it. So let me tell you something you do know, that 14 is 10 plus 4. And another thing that I hope you're aware of is that multiplying, which is after all what we're doing here, we're multiplying. I'm actually trying to draw a line right now. See if I can get it. There we go. Is finding the area. So this is like the length, and that is like the width. So let me put in the 3 here, because what we're going to get is an area that involves the making of two rectangles. One of them is 10 times 3, and the other one is right here in the middle. It is 4 times 3. Of course, 10 times 3 is 30. That's not the point. 4 times 3 is 12. What we have is an understanding that the answer, which is 42, can be found by going 3 times 10, that was the first one, and then adding that to 3 times 4, that's the second one, 3 times 4. Now look where that 3 is down here. It's once, it's twice. We've multiplied the 3 as follows. We took 3 times 10 plus 4. Now you're going to get used, I want you to get used to seeing this a lot. Here's the number that we are going to multiply by 10, and then we're going to use it again to multiply it by 4. So it looks like this. 3 times 10, I'm having trouble with my pen here, plus 4, wow, is equal to 3 times 10 plus, here, let me try that again. 3 times 10 plus 4 is equal to 3 times 10 plus 3 times 4. Why is this important? Why are we even doing this? Because I want you to answer the following. Here's a different combination of symbols. I have 2x plus 4, and I want to multiply that whole thing by 3. Now in the case of 14, I was able to just add the 10 and the 4. I could say, well, it's just 14. But we cannot add the 2x plus 4 together. They're not like terms. But I can use the distributive property to help me out. 3 times 2x, and then 3 times 4. So first of all, it is 3 times 2 times x, which I would just write as 6x. And then it's 3 times 4, which is 12. This allows us to get rid of brackets, and we're going to use that throughout the main lesson associated with this, with lesson 5. One more go at it. I can think of my number a, this is some number, times b plus c. And using the distributive property, I can say that's equal to A times B plus A times C. Oops, A times C. There it is. Well, why don't you try some of the practice associated with this? And as always, okay, thanks.